stars, and that's who we are. We are voices. There's nothing to fear. Explode in your rear. Feel our voices.
You talking to me? This is Voice of the Republic. I'm Ed.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Carl.
That's right.
And we are joined by special guests. Oh, hey, oh.
Break it up, you two.
No, just Rebekah.
Max!
God, how did that not work? Thanks, Google. Yes, Houston, Texas, we have Max Slingerland, champion. Champion? Have you been a champion or just championship? I want to be accurate.
Accurate? Semi-professional. Let's go semi-professional. Right. Pro Tour player.
There we go. And Rebekah Sherman out of Columbus, Ohio, of Kingmaker Games.
Hello.
Hello.
Professional
Kingmaker.
Yeah. the Lannister of the group.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, we get to watch that here. Let's hurry up. I gotta go watch Game of Thrones. I forgot all about it.
What do you think I was saying? We need to have shorter segments.
Oh, man.
We moved to Sunday for you, Carl, and Game of Thrones.
Dude, the worst part is, though, is now I'm going to have to wait to watch Game of Thrones, and then I'm going to have to wait to watch wrestling pay-per-views. This is just the worst.
Oh, we're losing.
First world problems. So sad.
Oh, man. First world problems for podcasters. It sucks.
God, right?
So what's happening? What are we doing?
We've got Republicomms.
How do you like that shit?
Oh!
Oh!
You just got calmed.
You just got butt that ass.
In the face with that ass. Oh, lordy. Yeah, we actually just have, I think it's just one really long Republicom from Voron, James Goff. Beg your pardon?
I said, imagine that. One long. That's like being told it's really thick or it's really long, but nothing else.
Oh.
Well, we'll you know, it's about the quality, not the quantity. So we'll see. Hopefully, the quality is there.
As my gym teacher always said in middle school, it's about the motion of. Wait, no. It's not. It's not the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
That is so jacked up that your middle teacher. Really? That way didn't come from your middle school teacher, did it?
What was his name, Sherman? Do you?
They were married, so they probably talked a lot about.
Their pillow talk in the middle of gym class.
Yeah, because I remember he had this whole big speech about don't be ashamed to be in the locker room with your other fellow guys because it's not the size of your boat, it's the motion of your ocean.
That's wrong that he says that. That's why I always have the urge to move everyone from Ohio. It's move, please. You could stay at my house for a week or so. I
don't know, man, but then I'd be in Florida where dads kick their kids down skating ramps.
Yeah. Florida's not the answer.
I know. Florida's
I'm not saying Ohio's the answer, but I know Florida's not the answer.
Sorry, I'm not.
Because what's the joke is, Florida man strikes again, because 80% of all crazy stories start off with a Florida man.
That is correct, but there's something we have to remember here.
It's hot and humid.
And I am not picking, and I'm not defending Florida because I don't care enough. I'm so not native to anything. But most of the people that are committing all these crimes, they've lived here for 3 weeks and they came in from Jersey, or they've lived here for 2 months and they came in from DC. So
yes, it is imported crazy. It's a crazy magnet.
Yeah,
that's right. All right, well let's get to the call. Starting now.
Jim, take it.
Hey guys, it's Jim. Super excited you guys are doing a tabletop episode. That's kind of my thing. It's my bread and butter, and it's something I actually. At great length talk about how to break people into the community, because if there's one thing that we all want who play these games is more people to play these games. So running the risk of repeating some of the things you guys may have covered, since obviously I haven't heard the show yet, a couple of really great ways to get breaking into the hobby, because some of these games can be a little intimidating in terms of just a sheer amount of components, price point, because a lot of these games are at least $60, and some of the rules sometimes can be a bit obtuse at times. One of the best ways to break into it, I think, is start with some of the cooperative games where all the players are working together to beat the game, and that way you can kind of work together, and there's no one running the risk of sitting there not knowing what to do, because you can openly discuss what should be done, and you can kind of suss out the rules as you come along. A couple of good ones. Pandemic is a good one. That's a really good cooperative game where you're all working to eradicate diseases around internationally. That's a good one to break into. There's a couple more. You can look them up. Another good thing to do is try to find a friendly local game store that you can kind of play. You can go there and ask the people who work there about games. And one of the things, like I said, when you're a gamer in this hobby, the one thing you like to do is to talk about these games. And if you can find a good store that not only just sells games, but they actually have events like open game nights and stuff like that, they usually are more than happy to sit and teach you a game, even play a game with you, with whoever you bring. Usually there's people there looking to play games. It's any good game store doesn't just sell games. They are a community hub for like this hobby. I know mine that I like to go to, and I'm actually kind of spoiled. There's a couple of places for me to go to, but I choose to drive an hour out of my way to go to Nomad Game Center in Eau Claire, because one, I know the people who go there. It's a fantastic store. They have a large library of games that you can play whenever you want. Their tables are usually open. They have events. They hold tournaments for things there. They're way into the Magic, and some of their inventory is it's harder to find an actual store that has some of this stuff. So you really want to find a game store that you can kind of call your own and go to. It's very helpful. And then once you get into the hobby, there's a website, BoardGameGeek.com, can really help you, whether it be you have a rules question. Depending on how popular the game is, a lot of the time you can go on the forum and you can ask a question and you'll have it answered within minutes, because there are people that they like I said, they like to talk about games. They like to talk about games.
Oh, switching to call part 2.
I really thought I was going to be able to keep it under 2 minutes. I know this might be breaking the rules, but there's one more thing I have to plug. If you get into the games, later this year there's going to be a game called Dark Moon that I play tested on and have the privilege of one of the characters will be named after my son. I'm really proud of it. I'm happy that's coming out. I did have some input. A lot of us had some input on some of the final things that happened in the game. It's going to be a really fun game. It's called Dark Moon. It's a cooperative game where you're all working together, but then someone has a traitor element to it. Someone that's working against you. And again, it's good. It's a really great game. I just had to plug it just because I had a lot of fun play testing it. And again, my son has a character named after it, so I'm excited that my name's even going to be in the rule book. I mean, for me, that's a big deal. So, Dark Moon, look for it. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I love that Jim Goff, but I think his game, is that the game about that's rumored it's about black guy flashers?
Yeah, Black Moon.
Yeah.
Right. You have to. I think it's definitely like, you have to rack up how many moons, but depending on, it's almost like tarot, like depending on how your card lands. If it's up, if it's face up, then you saw the black moon, but if it's inverted, you didn't see the black moon. But if you saw the black moon, the flasher collects the card.
Oh, is there extra points for like a fruit bowl?
Carl.
This joke, it's so obtuse and it's so great, but it's so bad at the same time.
It's horrible. It's obvious and dumb, but if you see his balls, is that extra points from you or away? Those moons that go too far, and you're just like, oh, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah. There's also police cards that can be played.
Oh yeah.
Your mom card. Your mom catches you. That's
Little
embarrassing.
sister card. Oh yeah.
So Sherman, would you agree with Jim? Do you think cooperative I'm sorry. There's no way to segue from that. It's
Yep. Pull the
you just
Band-Aid.
go. You just like pull up the boots and go.
Pull up your
Buckle up
pants.
the trench coat.
Pull up your pants and go. That's right. But would you say that cooperative gaming is probably one of the best ways to break new gamers in? Would you agree with that?
I would totally agree because mostly because it flips people's ideas of gaming on its head. It's really hard to get across the idea of playing all together against like this invisible entity, but it's really fun. And he mentioned Pandemic is one of our more popular games, but even more so, I think, to get into gaming is Forbidden Island. It's that same kind of mechanic, but it's a little bit less intense, a little bit quicker to pick up on, a little more forgiving. Pandemic is another one like Arkham Horror, where you can get destroyed, but still have a good time. But it's another one that's really hard to win. He said a couple other things I totally agree with. Board Game Geek, we actually have our library on there under Kingmakers because it's such a useful tool to try and find games that you're looking for that you like and really enjoy. I'll totally check out the game that his son is in because we're looking for more cooperative games because while it is great, it's kind of like video games where you have a lot of solo, but people are really looking for the cooperative. So I think that's going to be the next big thing is people are going to be looking for those cooperative games because I'm having a hard time finding some good ones, even though Escape is my new best friend. I love that game.
Cool. Good recommendations.
Nice.
Now, here, to wrap this up, on the flip side, Max, I know you don't want any more competition, but if someone wanted to get into Magic the Gathering right now, I mean, because here's the thing is, I used to play Magic the Gathering, but I haven't played since Mirage, which is like the 5th expansion or something like that.
It's ancient.
Yeah, it was from 1996. So, if say someone like me or someone brand new to Magic wanted to jump in, how would you say that they should jump into Magic the Gathering right now?
Probably the easiest way is if you go on the mothership, the Wizards site. You can search shops in your area and it'll pull up shops. And doing Friday Night Magic, which again you sacrifice a Friday night, but you usually get out in time for bars if that's your scene. But they'll do Friday Night Magic tends to be much more casual. Sometimes it'll be draft, sometimes it'll be constructed. A lot of times it pushed towards draft, so you don't have to have any cards when you show up. You'll be drafting cards to play with. And from there, then you meet the other people in the area that are playing, and you can start building up a collection. And once you start getting good, then you can start chaining because a lot of stores will do prize support, so you can sort of chain one draft into the next, and then it stops being as expensive as it was when you first started.
Is there a way to be casual about any of this? I mean, it sounds. Is there any way for someone like me? Never mind.
So in order to be casual, sometimes you can find people that just want to play casually at game stores, same place that you would be running Friday Night Magic. If you want to do kitchen table, then you got to know other people that play. The big casual format that's really popular is EDH, Elder Dragon Highlander, which has been rebranded to Commander from Wizards. And for that, you can buy a complete built Commander deck for anywhere between $30 and $50, depending on the cards that are in it, because some of the cards actually see tournament play and become really expensive. But Commander tends to be, it's not a sanctioned format. You're never going to get on the Pro Tour playing Commander. You're never going to have to play a Grand Prix playing Commander. You're never going to play a Star City Commander. So because it's never going to be a tournament format, it draws a casual crowd. And you can usually find people that, Commander might not be their main thing, but they'll have a Commander deck. And so that's the easiest way to play casual Magic.
So as long as you have that deck, you can just jump in any Magic game and you're good?
Well, for those Commander games, you just ask people, game of Commander. You could play a Commander deck against, someone's tournament deck, but it would be unbalanced. And to say that one deck is inherently stronger than the other is not technically true, because whereas Commander has a higher variance, it also pulls from a larger card pool. And so, the tournament deck that I would be playing, to try to win store credit or get on PT, get on the Pro Tour again, has a limited card pool, and it's going to be efficient in the meta. but you're playing a commander deck that plays like Time Vault and Key. Like that's a vintage staple combo that just wins on the spot. So
it really
you could
is
play
about
them-
the motion of the ocean.
yeah.
I was about to say, I can't believe that was my question, and all I heard was every time he said Commander Deck, I was thinking Commando Dick. When Ed jumped in, I was like, Ed's going to say something. Ed's going to be the one to do it. And he didn't.
All this talk of balls and pants made me forget that I.
That's probably for the best.
And actually, Dick made me remember that. So, in response to the gentleman who called in, also, what's fun about our location is we call them board game sommeliers, and our entire staff not only will get you beer, get you wine, but they actually are there to help you pick out a game and to teach you a game. So
that is money. That is money.
what's really great for people is they can come and they can try out a game before they have to put down the money to play it. So much more than selling games, we're trying to sell education of games.
And the
Experience. Selling experience.
And I'm going to throw something out here for you. On top of those nights that you have, singles nights. Like, have single people come in and try to match make over board games.
That sausage party is so fresh.
That is the.
We talked about having couples dating because we've had a lot of couples that come in and we try and pair them
No.
up with other
See,
couples.
that doesn't help me. I want to find a girl playing board games.
Heard that. I'm on it.
Okay.
That's just going to lead to a swingers night, which is, it's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not for you. Well, Carl, don't knock it till you try it.
Well, but the thing is, though, it's not going to be a traditional swingers night. It's just going to be people swapping partners, but not like sexual partners, but like board game partners.
No, I take it back. I rescind.
So
All right.
that seemed a lot funnier in my head.
There's something there, Carl. You need to keep going at that one because I was thinking you switch board games with another guy's wife, you get her, and you start to plant the seed of doubt in her head, and you start learning and taking. It's all like espionage.
Oh, so your husband doesn't like Catan. He thinks it's a little too simplistic, huh? Well, why don't you come over here? I'll show you my thief.
I don't ask.
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
We about ready to wrap this one up then?
Yes, we are.
Before we go, Sherman, tell us where we can find Kingmakers. Give us more information.
Best way is really to like us on Facebook. It's the most up to date. You can get all your information on Kingmakers at Facebook. We are www.kingmakerscolumbus.com. Still a work in progress, so be gentle. And then, like I said, if you want to check out our library, you can always do that through Board Game Geek as well. Username Kingmakers.
Awesome. Lovely.
There we go.
Cool.
And if Max were selling something, we'd be letting him pimp it.
It's true.
He'll come to your house and teach you how to play Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. One-on-one private lessons.
Oh, that's awesome.
Why not? Big fuck you too, Max. Come on.
And he can critique your deck.
Send him pictures of your deck.
Command.
Like, oh, it's so wide.
Just wide. Your deck is just wide. That's all it is.
I mean, four colors? Really? I'm going with 4 colors. That's wide. That's a wide deck, sir.
5-color unicorns.
Brilliant. Well, thanks. Oh my God, thanks you for hanging out with us, and it was a really fun show for us. I don't know if it was. Hopefully, it was okay for you.
I had a great time. Thanks.
Yeah, woo!
That's right. Cool. So yeah, we are VOR, and you can learn all about us at www.vorradio.com. And as you heard, we will play the feedback. So you don't like us, you like us, tell us, bring it on. So you can call the Republicom at 407-409-8749. 2-minute limit.
Mm-hmm.
And long distance charges will apply. I guess that's if you call from your home phone. You get your rotary. Come on. But hey, you can also send us a crystal clear MP3, and you can send that through the I was going to call it the Republic mail. It doesn't. Yeah, use the internets, kids. Our email address is vorradio.
No, it's not.
Our it's still tired. Yeah, voiceofrep@gmail.com is us. So send us a text thing, tippity type, or a email. Carl took over.
You could send us an email or an audio file. Please, no licensed music. That's it. You almost had it, sir. You were so close.
I know. I should have just brought up the friggin' show notes. But yeah, you know what? You can also do us a favor. We're on YouTube here. That's awesome. Feel free to leave a comment right below. That's a totally great way to get in touch with us. And also on iTunes, if you're in audio, if you favor the audio side, give us a rating. That really helps us out. And if you can, leave a comment like TDK or TDKME, I'm still not sure, who was glowing in his review. It said, after the first minutes of catching up, your podcast is funny, witty, and enjoyable. You add something to the discussion, all of you, and you ensure that there's no lulls in the conversation, and there's more geeky crap that goes on after that. But he's a long-winded guy. You don't have to be that long-winded. But
we appreciate if you are.
Seriously, keep going. Just let it out. Let it flow. And next week, as you guys know, it's May the 4th. So may the 4th be with you. And in... well, this stinks up in here. So in honor of this faux Star Wars holiday, we're going to be doing another very, very, very requested audio commentary for Episode 2, Attack of the Clowns.
Oh, where my bucket?
You can wear your bucket the whole time.
I'm gonna wear my bucket the whole time.
Cool. That'll sound amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that'll be all during the week, and then at the end of it, you can watch the movie along with VOR. And really get it in your ear.
All in your ear and shit.
Cool. All right. Well, everybody, just get ready to mouth-splode, because we're out of here. So till next week, may the Force
be with
that ass.
Best one ever. Best one ever.